What's up YouTube, D-Field-Lucky here, bringing you the final build iteration of Project Gastly. If you're following the project, as you can see behind me, the computer is completely different from the last time I updated the video. I changed quite a few things. I drained the fluid, I put different fluid in there, and well, obviously the biggest thing, if you can tell if you were following the build project, it's a different case. I had the Fantex Iantho Pro M, I believe it was, and now I went to the Fantex Evolved ATX. Basically, this is the tempered glass version, so it's it's the all aluminum case with the tempered glass on both sides. You really can't see the other side. It looks okay actually. I managed the wires. Wow, that was terrible. A little bit better on the back, and I put some LEDs. So if I ever had it on the other side, maybe I'll give you some shots of that. But I'm gonna know what I have B-roll plenty of this whole thing, but you'll be seeing a lot closer up. But I did that. I went to a clear fluid over the pastel. Don't be wrong, I prefer the pastel, but with the purple, I mean, I could have tried again, but I didn't really want to experiment with it too much. It wasn't exactly the purple that I wanted. It was too, it was just a different tone than like the LEDs and everything on the board that I could get. So I went with like a clear, and you can't tell so much of the lights, but it kind of reflects. It's supposed to be UV, so if I had like black lights in here, it would really go, which it looks pretty good on camera from what I can tell, but it looks really cool in person. And I got different, if you were following the previous build, I got different, a different 24 pin and PCIe connector. PCIe wasn't an issue, but the 24 pin that I ordered originally, I ordered it too short. I just kind of did the standard length that they offered on the website, and well, apparently that was stupid of me because my personal assumption was, well, standard length, so with it, from what I understand they do is they take the original cables from my power supply, not the one that I physically have, but they get a power supply like it, order the cables, and then they sleeve those cables. So I would assume that they would sleeve it to the length that it already is. So, oh yeah, that would fit into there. It was an issue, but I was wrong. I should have done a little measure and actually looked at the lengths. It's really hard because a lot of the places use millimeters, and obviously here in the United States, we use, we have a completely different system in the entire world. We use inches and not the metric system, so it's hard to differentiate between the two, but I figured it out this time, and I got the different thing. So, and the PCIe was an issue. What ended up happening with that one is when I was changing out the fluid and putting everything into the new case, doing the bends, I dropped the cable. I literally dropped, a cable that's like this long, and the plastic clip broke, so you wouldn't be able to hook it in to either the power supply or the graphics card itself, and I didn't want to have a loose cable because if a cable comes loose on something like that, it could cause a lot of issues, and that was just something I didn't want to do. So, ended up ordering the two different new cables, and they look awesome. I'm trying to train them right now. I've got the combs and everything, really nice. But basically, I'll put all the specs down below. Maybe I'll do like a PC part picker or something like that. That's probably what it's going to be. Everything in there, but. Basically, so obviously got the Fantex Evolved ATX. Got the new case. All my water and coolant stuff is EK. Basically, got an EK pump res combo, 1080 GTX 1080 with the EK water block on it. I've got the graphics card, the CPU block as well. I can't think of the exact name of what it is, but they basically have the one. I would almost consider going with the clear one next time I did it, or like they have different colored ones for the fluids. Maybe. I do like the black contrast. The radiator's EK, the fans are EK, except for I have two purple front fans that are not EK. And then other than that, obviously, you see it's an EVGA power supply. MSI Gaming Pro motherboard. It's an X99 build, and I got a 60 Intel, that's why I wanted to say Skylake, but it's not Skylake. I can't think of Haswell E. The 6800K, obviously, it's overclockable, and I've got 32 gigs of DDR4 Corsair Vengeance. I can't remember I think it's like 2800 megahertz. I kind of want to go a little bit higher with the RAM, but it's fine for what I'm doing right now. I haven't really had too much of an issue. Obviously, like I said, it's 1080. It's a reference 1080. Easiest thing to water cool as of right now, obviously. I believe the fluid is Mayhem. It was like a Mayhem dye. I can't think of the name. It was like a different thing. Nothing too bad. And I'm trying to think. And I got the new sleeved cables from Cable Mod this time. instead of a different company one here, because they were actually a lot quicker, to be honest with you. No offense, the cables I ordered before, if you watched previous seasons, I think I said it who I did it through. They were really nice cables, don't get me wrong, great work. It's just they took a really long time to get here. I mean, it took a good few weeks to get here before I could actually get them. These I ordered last week and I got them today. So I ordered these probably, I want to say, I would say they took less than a week, at least. I want to say I ordered them Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, last week, and today's Monday, and I got them today early, and they got shipped from China. So they were done, came here, and they were done, and it was about the same price for everything, so not a big deal. That was pretty nice. And the LEDs are actually from Fantex as well. They actually have, this case has a built-in LED controller to match, because the top and the front has the LED lights. You'll see that in the B-roll. Matches the color. I did have them hooked up directly to the board at one point, but I decided against that. It looks a lot cleaner this way, and it's a lot easier to control. The MSI board does have an LED jack on the front of the board, so you can actually hook up, if you have regular LEDs, the 4 pins, you can hook them right up to the motherboard, and you control the color on the motherboard. As you can see how it's the purple with the Dragon, and the Game & Pro is purple, and some like a little bit of the accents and stuff. Well, if you have the LED hooked up, it matches the color of the board, which is great. I mean, obviously that worked too, but just these ones from Fantex were a little bit nicer, and it was a little bit easier to hook, and they were magnetic. That's what really got me, is the magnets were easy to just slap them on there, easy to move around, boom, done. And I guess the only other thing, trying to think of anything I'm missing, really would be my storage. I've obviously got the Samsung. This is my main boot drive. It's just a Samsung Pro. So it's an SSD. I believe it's a 250 gig, I believe, for that. And I've got like 2 other 250 gig SSDs on the back side of it. And then I've got a 3 terabyte, just like Western Digital drive, just for mass storage on there. More than I will ever need. Honestly, I do want to upgrade to an M.2 eventually, get an Samsung M.2, put it in there. I've heard great things about M.2s. Really, that is something I plan on doing in the future. That's probably, I don't know if I do that, I don't think I'll really do an update on the computer if I do that, but whatever. Not a big deal. That's the only thing that I'm really kind of missing from this entire build. The only things I would ever change would be, I think about maybe getting some better RAM, just like a higher speed, maybe 64 gigs. I've obviously got 8 slots. You know, it's either I just buy another kit of the exact RAM that I have now, have 64 gigs of it, or I just buy another 32 gig set of, like, Dominator Platinums or whatever everybody seems to get, and put them in there like that. Just not maybe some HyperX, the HyperX Theory RAM, a little bit less expensive, not as good as the Platinums, but it's RAM. Come on, how much of a big of a difference, unless you're really going into very intricate things that it's going to make a huge difference for you on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over. I'm sure most of this isn't just me talking and babbling and some nice B-roll of the computer, because it looks really, really cool. I'm really happy with it. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I mean, obviously it's great. Like I said, the whole specs will be down below if you really want to check it out. See everything that I really have into it. I'll try to link everything that I can down below in one capacity or another. And honestly, it looks great. I will be doing another setup tour eventually, since this is now done, and I'm pretty set with everything else here. So yeah, that's going to be coming pretty soon as well. So if you're interested in that, leave a like down below if you're interested in seeing my whole office. I've done a video before. It's kind of old with my crappy camera, but now I've this nicer camera, better quality, really kind of go into detail, and I've changed a few things in the office since I did the last update. But either way, I'm gonna quit babbling. I just wanted to show this thing to you guys, and I'm really honestly proud of it. This is just my dream PC. I've wanted to build it for something like this for a very long time, and I've been working on it for the past 4 months at this point, and it's been in a pretty solid state from this point. But then I wanted to go to the next level, and really I wanted a more premium case, and I just want the little details to be fixed, and that's where it's at now, and I'm really happy with it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said, leave a like if you want to see a whole office tour soon. But I'm getting out of here. Before I do, remember, stay lucky.